Valentine's Day is coming, and that means spring can't be that far away. A traditional French recipe is for grouse that's encased in puff pastry in the shape of a heart. I'm doing a vegan version of that today, and it's truly a recipe that loves animals. Le jour de Valentine s'approche. C'est le moment de faire une recette qui aime les animaux. We are going to look at the camera. Look at the camera. There you go. The filling for our love heart begins with caramelized red onions. I've already done that, as you can see. I put it in some vegan butter, which was extremely high quality. I was surprised at that. It tasted like the real thing. Okay, in with this needs to go duxelles of mushrooms. So we'll put that right on in. And I have some crumbled chestnuts. For the seasonings, this is Chinese soy sauce that's made with mushroom. It's dark flavored, very rich soy sauce. So a little of that. A little bit of red wine. And finally, just a touch, and I do mean a touch of thyme. It will overpower it. If you have fresh, good. I don't, so I'm using dried thyme. This needs to go back on the burner and cook until all the moisture is evaporated. As you can see, the liquid really has gone out of that. But just to be sure, I'm going to add some panko breadcrumbs to that. Stir it up, and then we'll just let that completely go cold. It needs to be room temperature before we can stuff a pastry shell. The sauce begins with a demi-glace. This one's a vegetable one I had frozen, and I just warmed it up. As you can see, it's steaming away there. And to that, I'm going to add just a touch of balsamic vinegar. And then I guess you would call this a hibiscus tea. I took hibiscus blossoms and soaked them, and then they make a beautiful color, but they're sour, sour, sour. So to offset that, you're going to have to sweeten it somehow. I'm going to use blue agave syrup. I'll go ahead and put that in there. You could, of course, well, you couldn't use honey if you wanted to be vegan, but you could use maple syrup. This now just wants to go down until it's a syrup. I'll put it on the burner and be right back. The sauce is reduced enough for me, and I just tasted it. It's just delicious. To finish it off, there's a knob of vegan butter. It looks exactly like the real thing, and it tastes exactly like the real thing. So we'll swirl that right in and keep it warm until we get ready to plate. This is a store-bought puff pastry that is not made with butter. Normally I would have nothing to do with that, but since we are being vegan, this works quite well. So I have a heart-shaped piece of tin here, and I'm just going to cut around it with a knife. Well, they came out fairly well. You do well to keep that puff pastry very cold or semi-frozen, and it's a lot easier to deal with. All right, so for the stuffing, which is now cooled, we're just going to put some of this in the center, mostly. Don't overdo it is the thing, or you'll have stuffing coming out your ears here. That is plenty. Might want to go just a little bit more like that. All right, the top goes on, and then you just kind of press it gently together, making sure it does get entirely closed. And since we can't use an egg wash, I found another substitute, which is soy sauce mixed with orange juice. If I can find one I did, here it is. This makes a pretty kind of topping, and it will help that brown. It's now going to go in an oven fairly hot, 400 degrees or slightly under, and maybe 15-20 minutes. It just depends, and you'll just have to check it. When it's brown, it's done. The puff pastry has browned. One of the nice things is when you're using a vegetarian interior or vegan interior, you don't have to worry about meat getting cooked. So really, you just do it when the top is brown enough for you, it's ready to go. So let's put on our sauce now. I think maybe just a little bit around here to start with. And I also have some dried cranberries, which would be kind of pretty with this. We can put a few of those around.